More potential flash flooding in central Texas, Tropical Storm Chantal in the Carolinas, severe weather in the high plains, Midwest, and even Maine. Good morning, I'm meteorologist Pew and today's July 6, 2025. The Weather Prediction Center has issued a slight risk for excessive rainfall for central Texas and the Carolinas. There are further discussions right now that are debating upgrading the risk to a moderate risk in central Texas. As I'm recording this video, stationary convection is already happening in central Texas and it's going to keep pursuing rainfall this morning, this afternoon, and again tomorrow morning. Central Texas may see an additional 6 inches of rain or greater in isolated areas from now to Tuesday. Precipitable water values in Texas right now are over 2 inches, and that's a lot. Basically, precipitable water is if you took a fixed point, slice a vertical column through the air, how much water you're going to get out of all that water vapor that's in that vertical column. It's essentially a measurement of how much moisture is in the air. So a chart up here to see what the values represent. And since Central Texas is over 2 inches, that is a lot of moisture in that area. We have a low level high pressure in the south that's bringing in warm moist air from the Gulf constantly. And then we have these mini lows that are coming through that's bringing in counterclockwise flow. What's happening is these low level winds are converging with each other and the ground is at the bottom, so when they converge they can't go down, the wind's got to go up, and so it's promoting low level lift, thus providing the constant convection. Okay, so Tropical Storm Chantal has already made landfall in South Carolina this morning and is going to continue traveling northward to North Carolina by 2 a.m. Monday. Flash flooding is still a major risk, especially for those that are near the center of the low. Some areas could see rainfall up to 7 inches. Note that the Carolinas still pose a 2% risk for a spin-up tornado as well. Now also for the central high plains, we can see that they have a 2% risk for a tornado as well. There's a 15% chance and a hatch risk to see winds greater than 75 miles per hour in the central high plains. And then we have a marginal risk in the Midwest and in Maine. And then for hail, we also have a 15%, and we have a marginal risk stretching from the central high plains to New Mexico. For the Midwest and Maine, it looks like storms are going to start popping up around 18Z, which is 1 p.m. Central Time or 2 p.m. Eastern Time. And then for the central high plains in New Mexico, it looks like things are going to start popping up around 19Z or 1 p.m. Mountain Time. Satellite imagery is showing us that we have clear skies and areas of concern, and that's going to bring in more diurnal heating, more surface heating, which brings in more instability. At the surface, we do have a long and broad cold frontal boundary that's going all the way from Maine to the Midwest to the central high plains, and that's going to be one of the main surface mechanisms for surface lifts. From the central high plains to New Mexico, we do have a dry line, and that's going to force the warm moist air upward and lift that up. So for the central high plains, we do have kind of a double whammy situation where we have the dry line and the cold front, both boundary layers that are going to force the air upward.